Okay, welcome back. So in the last video, we saw how we wrote our first FORTRAN program. Okay, so if this is your first video, you should go ahead and watch the last two videos. I'm going to put the links to those videos in the description section. How to go ahead with the installation, how to get an online IDE to work with if you're not with a system or you don't have you don't want to install the IDE and the interpreter. And in the second video, we saw how we could write our first FORTRAN program. So in this video, I'm going to explain two basic things. Number one, comments, and number two, the structure of a FORTRAN program. So we already have our IDE, and we wrote this program in the last video, where we have program and then the program name, and then we output this to the console. Where actually, when you're writing something to be displayed, you call that area the console. This is console programming. It's not graphical user interface where we have to be clicking and the rest of that. Here we have to interact using our keyboard. So that's why it's called the console. So the first thing we are going to look at are comments. So what are comments? Now, comments are generally non-executable statements or non-executable codes you have in your program. Those are what you call comments. Okay, when the compiler sees a comment, it ignores what you have in a comment. It ignores what comes after. It ignores everything there. So when you have a comment, you shouldn't be, hey, how do I go ahead and write a comment? You can use anything you want to, anything that makes sense to you and you think could make sense to others that are going to read your code some other time. You can use that in your comments, okay, in your comment section. In FORTRAN, for you to show that something is a comment, you start with the exclamation sign. So take note, comments can come anywhere in the program. It can come before the beginning of the program, during inside the body of the program, at the end of the program, after everything. It can come even alongside a particular executable code. So take note, comments are non-executable. So here I can say this is a comment. This is a comment, and this is going to be ignored by the compiler. I can go ahead and even use something that is not even English like. I can use my language, anything you want to write here, visual anything. Okay, so we can say comments are non-executable. So anything you can think of, you go ahead and write. For the fact that you have this exclamation sign, the compiler is going to ignore it. Okay, so we are going to take away this for the now, and let's see the structure. Now, the general structure of a FORTRAN program is you have this keyword program, then here you need the program name. So here I can just say this should be the program name. So there needs to be a program name here. Now, any name you want to give to it, doesn't matter. Go ahead and give it that name. After you've given it the name, you have this keyword program, you have the program name. Next thing you need to have, the next section we have, is what they call the executable, the declaration section. So this is where you have to declare variables. If you have variables you want to declare, so you call this declaration section. So here we have to declare some variables. Okay, you see a good example of that, so I'm going to comment that out. After the declaration section, we have the executable code section. That's the next section we have, the executable codes. Okay, we'll see an example of that also. After the executable code section, next you're going to have the subprogram section. Subprogram, in this case we are looking at subroutine, or we are looking at functions. Okay, you have the subprogram section. So these are basically the three sections you should have. They are not compulsory. Most times you can write a program that has only one of these sections. The program we'll go to initially is a good example of that. So I'm going to show you that and show you what section that program actually falls into. So after everything, you need to have this end program and then the program name. So here we have hello, and of course it's not meant to be hello because the program name we have here, whatever you give to it here, that is what you should give to it here. Okay, so whatever program name you have here, that is what you're going to have here. So this is the structure of a FORTRAN program. So two basic things we've discussed here: the structure of a FORTRAN program and how to comment code. Comments are meant to explain part of your code, okay, to you, because you might write a code, come back tomorrow, you're confused on what the code is doing. It's also there to explain your code to whoever is going to read your code sometime in the future, trying to optimize your code or whatever. That's what you have comment for. So you should use you should make good use of comments. There are areas you might not need comment if your variables. That's why you have to choose a good naming convention, a good nomenclature. So in the next video I'll show you how to declare variables, what variables are, and how to come up with a good naming nomenclature, okay, a good naming system. So that's it, guys, for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.